This is WrestleMania season, right? We're supposed to be building to the biggest show of the year. So why does it feel so dry? Let's talk about it right here in Alyx's world. Hello all and welcome to Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm excited for whatever Triple H, WWE, the creative has for us currently on the road to WrestleMania. And before I get into it, let me just say this right now. What I have to say does not reflect on the talent. I think right now, today, WWE is sitting on one of their best rosters they've ever had. I mean that, top to bottom, across the entire spectrum of WWE's history. The current main roster under Triple H is one of the best rosters they've ever had. And they're all so young. That's scary when you think about it. You think about Javon Evans, you think about Braun Breaker, these young men in their 20s, where they're going to be 5, 10, 15 years from now. And it bothers me knowing that this roster is being written, driven by Triple H. The ship is being steered by the man that I was salivating, praying to the guys above to take over Vince McMahon's position. Back when NXT Black and Gold was clearly the A show, and Triple H was kicking the main roster's ass on a weekly basis. Yes, it was only an hour. Yes, he only had 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year, but still. He was kicking Vince's ass so badly that it made Vince jealous. When he took over the main roster in 2022, I said, WWE is saved. And for a time period, yeah, it was. Losing Vince McMahon and replacing him with Triple H reinvigorated the WWE for a strong, 2-3 years? Not saying it's not hot now, but it's definitely cooling off a little bit. And you saw all those great stories. You saw all those great talents. Most of them now in AEW. Some of them came back, but a lot of them still in AEW. The Ricochets, the Adam Cole, Babes, the Keith Lees, the Andrades, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Nakamura, Bobby Roode, glorious! Velveteen Dream, I understand that his name is controversial, but still, one of the best talents, Aleister Black. All of these names, I still remember SAWFT. Soft. They're called FTR now, but when they were here, Dashing Wilder. What is it? It was D&D, so is it Dash and Dawson? I forgot what they were called. What were they called when they were in WWE? It's FTR, but they were called something else. But it was clear Triple H was the man. The man with the golden you know what I'm trying to say. He was the man who couldn't do any wrong. Chalice. There we go. Golden Chalice. The Revival. Thank you so much. I forgot what they were called. It's been a minute. And I see what he used to be and what he had a lot of promise to show us. And it makes me really not like what I'm seeing now with the WWE product. There's something off about WWE overall. It's not just Raw. It's SmackDown. There's something off about Triple H. Something's not right. And it's easy for me to say, okay, He is surrounded by Road Dogg. He's surrounded by, who else is on the creative team? Olivia, him. There are other people, Michael Hayes, who have been there for too long, who are out of touch. I mean, Michael Hayes said Chelsea Green was not Women's World Championship material. What the hell's wrong with him? But yeah, Bruce Pritchard, Michael Hayes, all these old timers, they could be hindering him because let's just call it like it is. It wasn't just Triple H running NXT. It was him. It was Dusty Rhodes. It was Gabe Sapolsky. It was Ryan Ward. It was all the best minds under one roof. Plus, Mauro Ronaldo. Come on. It was hard to top NXT. So, regardless, it really does bother me to see him not living up to the standard that he set for himself. And you're reminded every once in a while that he still has it. Triple H still knows what he's doing. Like, even now, when WWE is clearly very dry, not hitting on all cylinders, especially at this point in time, it's WrestleMania season. Still waiting on that to kick in, by the way. But you still see there's some direction, right? You have an idea of what they want to do for WrestleMania, even though it's not yet laid out for you. We are getting CM Punk and Roman Reigns. We're going to get Stephanie McCurr and Liv Morgan, as we predicted. Bianca Belair, unfortunately, will not be able to make it because apparently she just today got finger surgery. We'll talk about it in a second. I got thoughts, okay? But yeah, unfortunately, she's not going to be able to make it, which means we're going to get Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. Be ready for it. I'm assuming we're going to get Penta versus... Well, no, we're not going to get Penta versus Dominic Mysterio because you would think the plan is Finn Bálor versus Dominic Mysterio, right? Because they're setting that up. CM Punk talking to Finn Bálor tonight, telling him that the Judgment Day is holding him back. So Judgment Day turns on him, Finn Bálor, Dominic Mysterio for the IC title. Or maybe they will do Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, which is also a WrestleMania match. I feel like they're better off with a babyface turn for Finn Bálor. We'll see. But, okay. There's possibilities. You have an idea of what they want to do. Even though some of it is stupid, I'm not a fan of Cody Rhodes versus Drew again. I think that's a mistake. Please don't do that match again. Please throw Jacob Fatu in there. Fuck it. Throw Jacob, throw Randy. If you want to throw Sammy in there, make it a 5-6-pack challenge. I don't care. But please do not do Cody versus Drew again. Not again. You see what he wants to do. And still, it feels like right now, he has no idea what he's doing. He's indecisive. And these shows don't have a punch to them. You have AJ Lee and Becky Lynch in a segment. And while I thought this promo was a lot better than their promo last week, although last week was fine, it was quirky. But this promo, this was really good. It doesn't really feel like there's a lot of punch to it. I'm still kind of waiting for these girls, these ladies to kick it up a notch. Right? Because they've been feuding for a while. Since AJ Lee returned last year. You would think the feud would be like hot, but it's still not even, I wouldn't even say it's out of first gear. I'm still waiting for them to get to that next gear where I go, oh, here we go. They're going to kill each other, right? And I think the reason why that's not hitting, the reason why anything is not hitting for me, is because it's the same old, same old. It feels like they're going through the motions. I can't be the only person that feels that. Every week, there's a random segment that turns into a 6-man tag. It's just a lot of people talking. There's nothing new being done. They're not going outside the box. It's same old, boring, typical WWE booking. And that's not something I've come to know Triple H for. I expect that from Vince McMahon. That's Mr. Rip Up the Script. Right? Rip up the script. Whatever works tonight. but not Triple H. And although it's a lot more difficult to book the main roster than it is NXT, because we're talking 3 hours of SmackDown and almost 3 hours of Raw, weekly, nonstop, and not 4 or 5 pay-per-views, but 12. So there is a side of me that thinks he's probably just burnt out. He's being stretched too thin. But then that's not an excuse. Just hire people that can help you. You are sitting on $1 billion conglomerate. You could literally have anybody you want. Anybody you want. You could have, hell, I don't know, pick somebody. Like, there's got to be somebody that he can bring back. I'm pretty sure he can always bring back Gabe Sapolsky. Scott D'Amore's open. Like, you could literally hire new creative writers to just pitch to you, and then you go, okay, this and this and this. Like, there is no excuse for Triple H, especially. I wouldn't let it slide with Tony Khan. I'm not letting it slide with Triple H. Regardless of what the deal is, whether he's just creatively burnt out or he just lost his touch. WWE is dry. This does not feel like WrestleMania season. And I gotta remind everybody, this is the point in time when WWE is supposed to be its hottest. Right? This is the point in time when WWE is supposed to be firing on all cylinders, getting to WrestleMania season. Because this is the point of the year where the WWE is having its best show, WrestleMania. So you would expect the best writing, the best stories, the best characters, because we're supposed to sell out the biggest event of the year. And as we're seeing, reports have shown, they're having trouble selling out WrestleMania. Yes, because the ticket prices are too goddamn high. But they're having trouble selling out WrestleMania because, and I gotta be honest with you, the shows don't really give people a reason to want to buy tickets. And the thing is, you can sit here all day and tell me, well, they don't have a card. No, they don't. They have a match, CM Punk and Roman Reigns, which is a main event for WrestleMania. It is worthy of that. Still, though, regardless of them having a card or not, WrestleMania would always sell out because it's WrestleMania, right? It's built this, and it's funny. I feel like if it was in New Orleans, it still would have sold out. But they went back to Las Vegas for some reason. That was stupid. But regardless of the ticket prices, this is the event that would always sell no matter what because of the reputation. It's a big problem now because of the high prices. But I also think what's hurting it is the low effort. This idea that you're going to make me spend upwards to $30,000. And that's for what? Is that for both nights? Upwards to $30,000 for a show that is not guaranteed to be great. And I'm not going to go because it's an obligation. I don't want to feel like it's an obligation, right? Not everybody does wrestling content like me. Not everybody talks about WWE for a living like I do. Some people just want to go and have fun. And so if you're not guaranteed a good card, what are we doing? What are we doing? And so it does bother me. It does bother me that WWE doesn't really seem to have that urgency, that unpredictability, that spark that NXT had on a weekly basis. It's gone. It's missing. It's not the talent. It's creative. It's the storytelling. It's Triple H. Whatever's going on with him, I'm going to need him to fix it. Because it ain't looking good right now. People are saying, wait until after Chamber. No, I shouldn't have to wait until after a certain point for you to actually start kicking things into gear. We should be kicking things into gear right now. Because the build-up has not been there at all. And I'm a bit worried for WWE when it comes to WrestleMania. And I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be this worried, but it does terrify me that WrestleMania 42 might be a dud. I hope I'm wrong. Please, for the love of God, I hope I'm wrong. But I am a little terrified that this year's WrestleMania will be a dud. Because I don't get that sense of urgency that we're heading to the grandest stage of them all. I shouldn't be feeling like that under Triple H. Under Vince McMahon, okay. Fair enough. But I should not be feeling like that right now for somebody that was given the keys to the castle and had a lot of good faith given to him because of his work in NXT. There is no excuse here. The shows are dry. And if he needs help, he knows where to get it. He has the greatest creative mind in wrestling with him right now, Paul Heyman. And according to Unreal, Paul Heyman is in the creative meetings. So what the hell's going on here? Y'all talk to me, like, how are y'all feeling about WWE right now? Like, how are you overall feeling about the product? Because something's off. Something's off, man. I'm not feeling it. I was watching Raw tonight going, did Vince McMahon come back? At least that would make sense. Because if he didn't, Triple H, my man, pick it up. But we'll see. Maybe he could turn around after Chamber. Chamber is next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. But unlike a lot of other wrestlers who will be at next week's Chamber, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, CM Punk, Finn Bálor, one person that will not be at Chamber, sadly, is Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair announced on her Instagram that she is getting finger surgery. Well, she had finger surgery today, but she announced it yesterday. Yeah, she's been out for almost a year, sitting on that finger injury. A knuckle injury, by the way. I think she broke, one of her fingers got her knuckle broken. I forgot which one it was, but she broke a knuckle, and she decided, you know what, I'm going to just leave it alone, sit at home for a couple of months and let it heal naturally, right? No, it never healed. It never healed. And at one point, you would have expected Bianca to simply go, fuck it. Let me just get this finger surgery and just take the few months. What is it, 12 weeks? 3-4 months to let it heal and then come back for the Royal Rumble. Right? You would have thought she would have done that. No, she didn't. She just sat at home and tried to let it heal naturally. And it's like, why didn't you get the surgery? You had plenty of time to do it. But she said, nope, I didn't want the surgery. She had the money. She's a millionaire. Her and Montez Ford, they got enough money to last them for the rest of their lives. That is weird. I don't know what happened there. Like, was that her? Did she just decide, yeah, you know what? I'm just not going to even try. I'ma just let it sit. And then her body just said, nah, this ain't it, Chief. Okay. So I guess we're not going to get her and Jade Cargill this year. Well, not at WrestleMania. We might still get them. I'm hearing people say she got the finger surgery, so the recovery period has started, which means she gets 3-4 months. So let's see. It's February, March, April, May. This summer. She'll be back by this summer. Okay. If they want, they can do Bianca and Jade for SummerSlam. But no, like, Bianca and Jade, that's a WrestleMania match, y'all. That's WrestleMania worthy. That sucks. It sucks that she's going to be missing it, though. Well, let's see what happens. I heard some people say that she could be swerving us. I don't think this is a swerve. I think she's gone. I think she's out. She's going to miss WrestleMania. And we're not going to see her until the summer. So in the meantime, get ready for Charlotte Flair to win Chamber. Get ready for Charlotte Flair to fight Jade Cargill. That is the match to do. Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. And yeah, I wouldn't be upset if they did that match. I'm hoping that match happens. Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash got into, let's just say he got himself into some trouble when he called Javon Evans, and I quote, to Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. And he should be more urban. Translation, he feels like he lacks an edge. He wants him to feel more dangerous and grounded. In my personal opinion, I'm going to need Kevin Nash to take a step back and realize your vision of what makes wrestling work doesn't work anymore. I don't think it ever works. I think Kevin has a great mind for the business, but there are some times when I hear him talk, I'm like, that's not it, bro. I agree with them for the most part. I just think Kevin thinks what works for him, the stuff that he does to get over, is what will help everybody else. Right? I think when it comes to Javon Evans, for where he is right now, he's exactly what he needs to be. Remember, Javon Evans is only 21 years old. He's only 21 years old. 21. He'll be 22 after WrestleMania. But think about how much time, how much of a future he has. In 5 years, he will still be in his 20s. Imagine how good he will be 10 years from now. That's plenty of time for him to get a killer instinct, Kevin. But that's not who he is right now. I think, and this is just my opinion, you can agree or disagree, I think Javon has the it factor. There's something about him, that intangible, that not a lot of wrestlers have, that just makes him pop. Instantly. You like him? You're just waiting for a reason to get behind him. It was shown tonight, for sure. That main event was awesome. Perhaps the best part of the entire show was that main event. Not saying the whole show was bad. I didn't really think Raw was bad, per se. Just dry. Just dry. But that main event was not dry. That main event was awesome. People were worried that Gunther was going to win. I knew Gunther wasn't going to win. I knew Gunther was going to, at the very least, be taken out, sidetracked. I didn't think it was going to be by Dragon Lee, but okay. But yeah, Dragon Lee attacked him and allowed for Javon Evans to pin Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio lost because he didn't have the help of the Judgment Day. Because Judgment Day is, again, on the road, on the verge of breaking up, fracturing. You love to see it. But it was a safe match for Dom to lose. And Javon Evans is the type of wrestler that, you know, he's not going to win Chamber, but he doesn't need to win Chamber. I wouldn't put a championship on Javon at all this year. I would see how far we can take him without him touching a belt. And then next year, you want to give him the IC title? You want to give him the US belt? Let's do it. You want to give him a tag team belt? Let's do it. But he's the highlight reel. He's that dude that's out there to make everybody look good and to have highlight moments. Right? He's the Shelton Benjamin. He's the John Morrison. He's the Kofi Kingston. He's that dude. And a dude like that can work with anybody. And if you get him to a level where he does get that killer instinct and he does find himself, my goodness, like, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit for Javon Evans. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he ends up doing. But the fact that he's in Chamber makes me excited for Chamber. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. We're going to go ahead and get into the Raw review. We're going to say hello to the people. We're going to do the sponsorship. And at the end, I'm going to get your thoughts. So give me your scores. Give me your grades. Give me your thoughts for Monday Night Raw. We will read it at the end of the stream. But I want to thank all of you for making me a part of your day. You could be anywhere here in the YouTube space. You chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like Memphis will follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tech guest of the talk is donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on you. Can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Hot up the press. Also, get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt and many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today right here at Alyx's World. SeatGeek is the sponsor of today's broadcast. SeatGeek is here to offer you a sweet, sweet deal on any ticket purchase. If you use my promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20. I said $20 off for any tickets, whether it's tickets to a WWE event. You're going to need it if you go to WrestleMania, trust me. Maybe AEW, maybe some basketball, maybe a concert, perhaps a theater. Any tickets that you see on SeatGeek, Just Alyx, no space, Just Alyx will get you $20 off. So let's get a quick word from our sponsor before we get some stuff. Shout outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlyx. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. Please show your love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Shouting out to Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Khalil does everything. Highway Dylan Danger, Teflon Don, the Mud Father, Zeno, Enigma, Big MGM, and of course, Mrs. Firestar Heart, Angel, Hall and Beck. They all help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button with full qualification. Boost that algorithm. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing people in the live chat. Y'all are going in. Love to see it. Let's start things off with the first person I see. Joseph Winters, who says, Raw's kinda mid. Sorry, let me get that right. He says Raw is more. Mid. Yeah, it's alright. It's lacking. We got Darcy Chatham, YouTube member. Darcy Chatham, what's up? He says, what's in the gobbledygooker crate? The gobbledygooker. That's who's in there. We'll talk about that. That's weird. That's one of those things where I'm like, is Vince McMahon back? Because what the hell? JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? He says the only thing he cared about was AJ Lee and CM Punk. Of course. We got Young Money, Trey Lucado. We got Sean KM3BT. That's a new one. Are you new, sir? He says, just make Jey Uso WWE champion. Ooh. He trying to start a riot in here. We got handsome Steve Jacobson. What's up? We got Mr. Ben James 9696. He says, I have this on my playlist. Oh, the WWE lo-fi music. Yeah, he's amazing. Check him out. I have his link in the description box. We got Steve Callen reminding me that the FTR was called The Revival. Yeah, people are like, not Velveteen Dream. Please don't bring him back. We got Your Highness King AJ, and I'll keep saying it, King AJ. I can't call you the king if you don't win a championship, sir. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Woomy Angel. That's a new one. How you doing, Woomy Angel? You either die a Triple H or live long enough to see yourself become a Vince McMahon. Ouch. Byron Cutler. I wouldn't recommend Chamber this year. Ooh. You're not feeling Chamber? I think Chamber's turning out to be a decent card. To be fair. Despite the terrible booking and the lackluster storylines. Let me see here. Humble 8512 says it's dry as a bone. Damn. Your goatness, Lauren Biggs. What up, goaties? Hopefully whatever is in that box don't die before next week. Hilarious. You know it's gonna die. It's not. There ain't no holes in there. There ain't no holes. We got Super Blue. Good to have you here, sir. With everybody saying just Alyx. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. We got Batman 8845. Rest in peace, Robert Duvall. Oh my goodness. He passed away? Wow. Royalty is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever they show up, you know we gotta roll out the red carpet. We got the premier reaction channel here in the YouTube space. Say hello to A&B Combos. Wrestling edition. A&B is here. I also see Travis. I see... Uh-oh. We back? Okay, are we back? I lost connection for like 2 seconds there. Are we okay? Sorry about that. That scared me for a minute. I think we're okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I lost connection for like 2 seconds. I even lost track of where I was. Damn it. Where was I? I think Travis the Gaming Snorlax was the last person I said, right? Okay. So I'm just going to start there. Keep going. We got Star X 95784. Love to see it. We got Tyrell Breed. We got the face of Friday Night Kick Down, your international super chat champ. The 98% of the time, because he's right 98% of the time. Good to have you here, sir. Good to have you here. I don't see the other champ. What happened to Drew Usher? I was also hoping to see a certain legend that I saw with A&B Combos. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this, but we saw the King. The King came back with A and B combos. The kid stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun, clanging and banging. But I guess he went to bed. A and B combos got him, but we didn't. Oh, man. Well, maybe we'll see him again. Maybe he was just stopping by to visit. But we'll see. We'll see what he ends up doing. I think that's everybody. Let's go ahead and move things along to the review portion. Again, be sure you get your thoughts in. Give me your scores. Give me your grades as we review Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw was in Memphis, Tennessee. This crowd sucked. I'm sorry, this crowd was garbage. This crowd was lacking. This crowd had no soul. This crowd had very little excitement. I don't know what the hell's going on. It was disappointing, quite honestly, because there were a lot of segments that aren't, I wouldn't even say were bad, but because it lacked the crowd excitement, it didn't come off very well at all. Lauren Biggs says, yawn, Three Diglets came back, the nursing home let him out for a few hours. Oh. Well, now that you insulted him, maybe he will show up. Keep insulting him. Maybe he'll show up again. No, but that's, this show lacked a good crowd. The audience really made this show feel like sea level, even below that type of an event. It was really bad. Can you blame them though? With the way the show opened? Alright, so here's how the show opened. The Usos are coming out. They're interrupted by the Vision. Logan Paul, Austin Aries, Bronson Reed, and then LA Knight comes out. What do you think happened? Holla, 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 holla. Holla, holla, tag match. Tag team match, player. The Vision end up beating LA Knight and the Usos. Reed pins Jimmy Uso with a tsunami, so I'm assuming the Vision gets a tag team title match in the future. Great. Wonderful. I don't care. Look, I'm being real with you. This Vision group without Seth Rollins just feels dry, but without Braun Breaker especially, I'm not in it. I'm not into it. It needs something new. I really hope they got something planned for LA Knight, and I hope it's not Brock Lesnar. I'm praying it's not Brock Lesnar. Let's see here. We got the first of two Eliminator matches. The women had Asuka, Bayley, and Natty Neidhart. Natty Neidhart is one of the best things in WWE right now. I absolutely love her. I love this killer persona that she has. I love the mouth guard. I love how she talks. I love how she wrestles. She is a beast. She is a killer. And I thought this match overall was good. Was very surprised. I shouldn't have been. Very surprised it went with Asuka. Asuka tapped out Bayley. I was thinking that it was going to be her and Natty, but it does make sense if Natty is feuding with Maxine Dupree. You want to keep her out of it to focus on Maxine. And Asuka is probably more than likely going to lose due to Kairi, or maybe not even Kairi. Who knows? Because Kairi's in that match next week with Io Sky, right? Never mind. I suspect Io Sky will win that match. And then Kairi will still get blamed for Asuka losing because she didn't help. I don't know. But you're seeing the story that they had with Asuka and Kairi developing now, because Kairi is still trying to stand up for Asuka. Asuka's treating her like dog shit. And even Io is seeing it. And Io starts to feel sorry for her. And Io wants to save Kairi. So we see what the storyline is building to. You see that that's what they want to do. I wish it was told better. But whatever. We'll see what they do. Curious to know how that plays out. I have no idea what they're doing with Bayley. I'm scared she might not make WrestleMania again, which would be a travesty. That would suck. Please don't do that to her. Liv Morgan had Her interview was interesting. So she had a sit-down interview with Michael Cole, right? And during that interview, Stephanie Vaquer came in and spoke to her in Spanish. And as she was speaking in Spanish, Dominic Mysterio translated it for her. And what ended up happening was Dom never told us what she said. He only told what she said to Liv. Whatever the fuck she said to Liv made Liv cry. Broke her emotionally. I hope they revisit that promo and they let us know what she said. I like the mystery behind it, but at the same time, I really wish Dominic Mysterio would have told us what the hell she said. Right? Whatever she said, it fucked up Liv. Liv walked away with her head in her hands like, I'm such a failure. So it must have really hit a soft spot for her. People say it's stated online. It is. You know what? We're gonna look it up. Is it on Twitter? Let me see. Stephanie Vaquer promo. Okay. What Stephanie Vaquer told Liv Morgan. Here we go. You talking about hard work? Okay, I'm not gonna do that. You talking about hard work? What the hell are you talking about? You haven't sacrificed anything. WWE handed you everything. You started your career here. You have the best doctors, the best trainers. You have everything. You want to talk about sacrifice? I was born in Chile, where wrestlers didn't exist, where wrestling doesn't exist, and still traveled the world. Japan, Mexico, Latin America, Europe, conquered everything. You should be ashamed. And hiding behind Judgment Day. By hiding behind a man. You need to hide behind a man. But I'll tell you something. I went through hell and made it mine just to make it to WWE and become champion. This championship means more to me than just a title. It's for all the little girls and women that haven't had the opportunity but still succeeded. Liv, if you chose me, you will not win because I will show you what a real champion is. So then, if that's what she said, that's not a good reason for Liv to cry. I don't know if that's a good reason for her to cry. If that's what she said. Are we sure that's what she said? I'm not saying that's not what she said. I'm just curious, like. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let's see here. Yeah, I got nothing else to really say. It's looking like she's gonna choose Stephanie Vaquer, which is what was always gonna be the plan. She should choose Stephanie Vaquer. CM Punk had a promo. CM Punk's promo was good, as always, because it's CM Punk. He was interrupted by Finn Bálor, who he's fighting at Chamber, but he was also joined by the returning JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. Finn says CM Punk has earned a beating. And then they get inside the ring, and then CM Punk tells Finn, you know what? I think you are one of the best wrestlers today. And I meant that. But you're being held back by Judgment Day. And we both know that. But since you want to be a weakling, you want to be a loser, go ahead and attack me. And then we had JD almost attack Punk, but then Finn said, No. I need to do this alone. And then JD said, what the fuck you mean you need to do this alone? What the fuck? You have us. Cheat. He's like, no cheating. I need to prove that I can beat CM Punk alone. Wow. We really are doing it. I think we are breaking up the Judgment Day. Finally, thank God. Thank God Almighty. We'll see what they do with the rest of the crew going into WrestleMania and then afterwards. They had a Intercontinental Championship number one contendership match. Penta defeated El Grande Americano. Dos? Whatever. I don't know. The imposter. It's Ludwig Kaiser in the mask. You know who it is, right? He's not the real El Grande. The real El Grande came out. The legend. The one and only El Grande. Original. And he helped Penta beat him. And Penta hit him with a sweet-ass springboard Mexican Destroyer. Flip pile driver. That shit was dope. So Penta gets to fight Rey Mysterio's son for the IC title. Eventually. And then we had the promo with AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I thought this promo was really good. This one had a lot of fire to it. You know, AJ reflected on building the women's division. She still remembers who she is. And she brought a lot of, let's just say she put some bass in her voice. And told Becky to get her ass out here. So she can catch this ass whooping. So she can get that trick whooped. Whoop that trick. Get him. And then Becky comes out and says AJ's real gift was leaving the WWE. But then AJ's like, oh, really? Oh, why don't you prove it? Get inside this ring and hit me, bitch. And then Becky's like, you would like me to hit you. But you see, if I do get inside that ring, I will end your career soon. Sooner than you thought. And unfortunately, that would hurt the pay-per-view, so we're not going to do that. Or the PLE, whatever. It was a good segment. I'm still waiting on them to kick it into next gear. I feel like there's a lot more these two can tap into. Right? There's a lot more on the bone. A lot more on the bone that's lacking. It's not there. And I'm waiting for them to tap into it. Okay, let's talk about it. Everyone's been asking me about this stupid ass crate. So there was a crate that was rolled in. And on this crate it says, don't open until Elimination Chamber. What's in the crate? I don't know. Is it Vince McMahon? This feels like a Vince McMahon story. I don't care. I don't know what could possibly be in this crate that's worth a damn. Is it Brock Lesnar? Is Brock Lesnar going to pop out of the crate? How is he still in that crate? I don't get it. That's so weird. What is in that crate? That's... Okay, I think it's going to be something stupid. I'm scared. I'm scared Vince is bad, y'all. I am terrified that Vince McMahon is back. Because that crate feels like a Vince McMahon move. The main event was Dominic Mysterio versus Gunther versus everyone's favorite Javon Evans. Or as Kevin Nash likes to call him, Mr. Bojangles. Javon Evans is the future. This match was awesome. This was the type of quality I expect to see from WWE on a regular basis. This match was great. All three men looked amazing. People were worried about Gunther winning. I knew he wasn't going to win. He's just there to add heat to the match. And he got attacked by Dragon Lee. It was Javon Evans who hit Dominic Mysterio. What that OG Carter? Dominic didn't have any help. He tried to use the ring bell hammer, but unfortunately, Gunther outsmarted him and said, no, don't do that. And then he got hit with the OG cutter and pinned 1, 2, 3. Javon Evans moves on to the Elimination Chamber. He is now the fourth entry. Yes, because Cody was number 3. So he's 4. We have 2 more slots open. I don't know who they're going to go to. I would think one of them is Obafemi, because I would expect Brock Lesnar to enter the chamber. Maybe the last 2 are Brock Lesnar and Oba. No, it's going to be fucking Bronson Reed and probably somebody else. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with Javon Evans. I think Javon by himself makes this match worth watching. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Raw. Again, I didn't think the show was terrible. I just feel like the show feels dry, right? It doesn't have that era of must-see to it. And it bothers me. It bothers me that we're in WrestleMania season and it doesn't feel like Triple H is trying. So hopefully he picks it up after Chamber. He should be picking it up now, but I'm not booking the show. Give me your thoughts. Give me your scores. How'd y'all feel about Raw tonight? Looking forward to hearing what y'all have to say. Someone said Chris Jericho's in the box. Again, like, Chris Jericho's in the box, but like, how is he going to be alive? You know what I mean? Let's see here. LA Knight got screwed tonight. Yeah, he got screwed. The Masked Man attacked Logan Paul again. I'm still gonna assume that's Nathaniel Rollins. We'll see. King AJ says, "Fine, I'll change my name." I'm fucking with you, bro. Keep your name. Let me see here. Why y'all dogging? Lauren Biggs over here dogging Three Diglets like he ain't nobody. That's ridiculous. Lauren Biggs, it's time to get rid of that tribal thief shirt if he's not going to live up to the gimmick. Wow. Uh-oh. Are we good? Are we good? Can you guys see me? I keep saying it goes out. Okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, that promo made her cry. I don't get it. What is this triple A for Monday? What is this? Triple A for Monday Night Raw? Monday Night Triple A! Monday Night Ah! That would be hilarious. If that's what it is, Triple A. Monday Night Ah! Hilarious. Hilarious. The Mexico! What's good, homie? Good to have you here. The Undertaker could be in the box. The Undertaker? Okay. He's just gonna pop up. Sean Swaby says he believes, well, not him. He says Good Mic Work believes it could be Chris Jericho. Super. Okay, that's interesting. I got Super. Oh.
SmackDown's qualifier is Trick v Hayes v Miz ITHK.
Oh shit! So I guess Trick wins that one. Whoop that Trick, get him. Whoop that Trick. I like that. Let me see here. Probably free tickets to the show in the crate. Stop it. Stop it. That's hilarious. Ultra Shadow says whatever is in that crate is probably some TKO advertising ploy or some shit. It'll be probably something really stupid. Lee Mexico! Good to have you here, buddy. Good to have you here. Are you gonna talk about AJ Styles tribute show happening next Monday? There's an AJ Styles tribute show? For real? I must have missed that part. Wow. It is. WWE would pay tribute to AJ Styles next week in Atlanta, Georgia. Wow. I guess they are doing an AJ Styles tribute show. That's crazy. I mean, cool. But damn. I must have missed that part. Let me see here. Yeah. Atlanta, Georgia next week. People are going crazy over Javon Evans. That match with Javon, Dominic Mysterio, and oh god, that match was awesome. And Gunther. That was so good. What y'all here talking about? BTB says this was a poo-poo show. It was dookie. Dookie? Darcy Chatham. I guess he's done then. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, he really is done. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Before it was Grayson Waller as the masked man. I don't think it was Grayson Waller. I think it is Seth Rollins. Triple fraud. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. You will see me again live on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite and again on Friday night. Get down! So be sure you lock in for those streams. Thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. As you file out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I will catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out. Peace.
When you're when you're